The internet is big mad once again. I know I said I didn't like to step foot into culture war shenanigans, but this story is absolutely too funny and ridiculous that I had to cover it. This one woman's random innocuous TikTok video triggered an absolute bloodbath online. Now, with the level of fallout that occurred from this TikTok video, you might be thinking, man, I wonder what she said. She must have said something absolutely horrible. Well, I'll let you take a look.
4:45 a.m. on a Saturday. I am 29 and single, and I don't have kids yet. Here's what your Saturday morning looks like when you're single at 29 and you don't have a kid running around the house. I didn't rise from my bed until 10:15. Every time I thought, I should probably get up and do something. I thought, why? Nobody's making me. I'm not missing out on anything. I went to Beyonce last night, and I didn't get home until 1 a.m. And I danced and drank my little heart out, and I didn't pay a babysitter to watch my kids as I did that. And I woke up a tad hungover this morning, which is probably why I was in bed for so long. And I was just scrolling on my phone, and I saw a picture of shakshuka, and I thought, you know what sounds really good? Maybe I'm gonna learn how to make shakshuka today. Because I have no plans, and I don't have kids, and I don't have a husband, and I don't have errands to run. I can go to the grocery store and learn how to make shakshuka. So that's on my agenda today. Also on my agenda, probably a rewatch of some Real Housewives of New York. I'm also doing a rewatch of Normal People on Hulu, which is really spicy and I highly recommend. Weirdly, I'm into this documentary on Netflix about blue zone countries. So I've got a pretty stacked day. Anyway, I say all this to say, whenever I'm hard on myself about why I'm not married and I don't have kids and I should be further along at 29, almost 30, I wouldn't want to do anything else this Saturday. And I know that you can do all these things when you have kids and you're married, and I understand, but the effortlessness and ease of my life, just kind of focusing on myself and the shakshuka I want to make or the Beyonce concert I want to go to, really pays off when I'm hard on myself for not being where society tells me I should be in life.
I guess the internet just really doesn't like eggs. No, see, unfortunately, our friend Julia here managed to get herself embroiled into the bloodbath that is the online culture war. Well-known right-wing conservative commentator and content creator Matt Walsh posted this video to Twitter, sicking his insane fan base on this poor lady. So Matt put this woman on blast saying, and I quote, "She's too stupid to realize how depressing this is," this being her life. If you don't know who Matt Walsh is, he's probably most famously or infamously known for his documentary, What is a Woman, as well for basically just straight up making up stats and lying and getting caught in 4K on the Joe Rogan Experience.
Are you talking about hormone blockers?
Yeah.
Millions of kids have been on hormone blockers? Really?
I'm sure someone's going to fact check me on that, but my guess is that we're into the millions now at this point. Yeah, that would be my guess.
It says over the last 5 years, there were at least 4,780 adolescents who started puberty blockers and had a prior gender dysphoria diagnosis.
It says it's kind of undercounted, but that
would be a big undercounting.
Less than 1,000 people a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would guess, hundreds of thousands at this, but I could be wrong.
Million sounds great.
Yeah.
Of course, this is just a footnote in kind of the larger culture war battle going on between people who want to return to, like, what, traditional, conservative, tradcon-esque type values, basically making women wives at, like, what, 21 and having them pump out like 3 to 5 babies before they turn 30. Obviously, that's a bit hyperbolic, but for some of these guys, that's not too far from accurate. What? What the f? A lot of these people are big mad at the way that our society has shifted, the more equaling out of the playing field in our workforce. And I can understand why some of the people in his audience, some of the young men in his audience, might be a little upset by this, even though it is freaking hilarious seeing a right-wing conservative guy get completely triggered and so mad over something so simple and innocuous as this woman's TikTok about, like, her just normal weekend. Like, what a weird, bizarro world we live in where it's like the right-wing conservative guys who are now being the ones that are completely outraged over nothing online. It's so strange. Now, like I said, though, I can understand why some, like, young men who are more traditional conservative or right-wing might be a little upset about the way that the world has shifted, especially in our dating culture and work culture. Now, obviously, I don't agree with how they responded, basically harassing this poor young woman and giving her death threats and all sorts of things, which really just seems pretty low from the fact that Matt Walsh is a really big commentator, and this is just some random lady online. With more women entering the workforce and more women getting college degrees now than ever, a lot of young men, I think, just feel lost in what their place is. Do they go to college? Do they try to get a job when it's more competitive? How do they function in this new world, this new dating market, this new job market where now women are more educated than ever and now make up, part of this job market now so more than ever. And as such, it affects the dating market and how people are supposed to date compared to the traditional ways before, where it was just man is the breadwinner, finds a wife who basically needs him, and they start a nuclear family together. That world, especially in America and Western society, just doesn't exist anymore. Women aren't just going to stop going to work because you want them to.
Napkins on the lap, the family awaits service. They converse pleasantly while Dad serves. I said pleasantly, for that is the keynote at dinner time. It is not only good manners, but good sense. Pleasant, unemotional conversation helps digestion.
And if you are one of those people who is kind of more traditional conservative and that's the life that you want to live, then more power to you, man. Welcome to America, where you can do anything you want to do, as long as you're basically not forcing someone else to do it. Still, though, this isn't enough for a lot of people. For whatever reason, they feel like they need to lash out, at people who are living lives that they disagree with. It really all seems kind of silly. I feel like there's a bunch of people who maybe are traditional conservative as well, who think that attacking this random woman on TikTok for this video of all things is just utterly ridiculous and kind of childish. At the end of the day, when it comes to culture war issues, there's really no winning. You're always going to piss someone off, and people are always way too over-invested and just really big mad over absolutely nothing. It really does feel like we're living in this bizarro world, though, where like people who are, I guess, more right-wing, more conservative in their values are now the ones taking to social media and basically just causing outrage over what seems to be really nothing. Anyway, at the end of the day, this is just my opinion, and I do my best to try to stay out of the absolute toxicity cesspool that is the online culture war, because I like to sleep well at night. As always, if you enjoyed the video, learned something new, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Do your best to behave down there. If you want to see more videos like this, then click on screen now. As always, guys, drink your water, hug your mother. Until next time, peace, love, adieu.
He dropped in a major way, made up his own words, that's why we all say it's all good. And 9 had 9 lives, what you want, 9 fat beats for my rhyme.